based on a true story.
Am I good enough? Can I be good enough for ya? Tell me, when will I be good enough? Will I be good enough for ya? Tell me if I'll ever be enough to be the one you're thinking of. Cause I hope one day there will be an us. When will I be good enough for ya? Cause girl, I know I'm good enough. Tell me, is there anything I can do to show that I was made for you? I would give you everything you want in a lover. What can I do just to show that I got it? But you don't pay no mind, girl, I'll be honest, I just can't read you at all. How do I get to your heart? You make me feel like I'll never be the one for you. Feel like I'll never be the one you choose. Feel like I'm never catching up to you. Tell me, what can I do to get you to notice me, girl? Am I good enough? Can I be good enough for ya? Tell me, when will I be good enough? Will I be good enough for ya? Tell me if I'll ever be enough to be the one you're thinking of. Cause I hope one day there will be an us. When will I be good enough for ya? Cause girl, I know I'm good enough. I was so infatuated with you back in junior. Gave me trauma, then you kept my broken heart a souvenir. Blessed whenever you were near, but there's such a distance between us. So many miles you couldn't Uber there. Every time I pass you in the hallways, I keep looking back at you, always hoping to catch your eye in class. Made me fantasize always, like what if we go together to the school dance, that's my prom date. You always shine a light on you like an actress on Broadway. Love interest, can I play? Sad to say I pedestaled you, wasn't accepted at school, then you rejected me too. Take all my confidence out the window, gone with the wind. Frankly, you didn't give a damn, cause you went to prom with my friend. Can't invent, cause now I'm in the entertainment biz. Girls that used to diss me say they miss me like my name is big. I can live in Jaden Smith, I can feel the change within. They're like, didn't know Joseph Gordon-Levitt had an Asian twin. Bitch, I'm more than good enough. Poppin' so I don't need your love. Not seeking no one's approval of how I should be to want you, girl. I know I'm good enough, bitch.
Oh wow, I didn't know he said that part at the end of that song. That was the homie Alan Z. Check out his music on Spotify. Check out his videos on YouTube. Check out his music also on Apple Music. He is my homie, and he allows me to use his actual copyrighted albums in my stream. He's the real one. I really appreciate him for that. And he is really, he's kind of on a tour right now doing different conventions and festivals and everything like that. So shout out to the homie Alan Z, y'all. Shout out to him. And I guess I should do my proper intro real quick. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Idealists and Visionaries, I'm your boy Ideal Tone, and I'm here to make it known that we are back, we are live, and this is another and a special takeover episode of Binge or Cringe. We have the one, the only, the homie, Ollie, aka the Cyber Princess, aka the Ef4iry, live with us today for her takeover. Can I get some love, some laughter, some W's in the chat? So today's takeover episode, if you didn't or you couldn't read it, is Michiko and Hatchin. And I'm gonna be real. I usually let the special guests who are doing the takeover pick the topic. I'm kind of glad that I do that because this is a show that I've seen before. Not seen. I've seen like the title or whatever in passing. Never actually jumped into it. Now that I've actually did some research, I didn't get to finish the full anime. I'm gonna be 100% honest, but that's okay. I'm okay with spoilers. I am like, wait a minute, this is not a bad show. It has a pretty good premise. Why is it not being as talked about as I think it should be? And I'm not saying on a grand scale. I'm not saying it's like a big three anime or anything like that, but it's a good anime. So let's talk about it. So I'm here to be enlightened, as well as the rest of the audience. Okay. Mm-hmm. Right. Oh, that's not good. Okay. 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 Y'all know how we do. Don't be mad. Okay. Just take it. Just take it in stride. We spoil everything. All right. It's Binge or Cringe. All right. This ain't well kept secret. All right. Okay. Hit me with it. Oh wait. Oh, I'm sorry. So, 1 second. Oh, thank you for that. You know what? Wow. Can't believe I did that.
Oh no.
Yeah. But you know what? That's okay. That's okay. We got time. We got time. I appreciate you being there. So that's my fault. That is 100% my fault. Should have pressed that button. I could have sworn I pressed it. I didn't mute it. But regardless, okay. Let's just re up real quick. I appreciate you coming. I am bad. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you dropping through. So Ollie, take it from the beginning. It's okay.
Okay. So we're gonna backtrack. Basically, as Tone said, I'm Ollie or Ef4iry, but we'll go with Ollie. And today's episode is about Michiko and Hatchin. So Michiko and Hatchin is the art is very well known. Like it's pretty much everywhere. You will find Michiko pictures of her all over Pinterest. Anytime that people talk about blurs and black people in the anime space, they will bring up Michiko and Hatchin in photos. But for some reason, a lot of people don't know where it actually comes from or have not really watched the anime. So I don't remember if I already said this in my repeat, but Michiko Hatchin is my favorite ever anime. Like, it always is at my number one spot for a very long time now. And we're gonna go into why. My short synopsis of or my short, like, yeah, summary of the show is Michiko, the main character, pretty lady with the gold jewelry, you know. She's a criminal. She's an escaped criminal. And she is on the search for her long lost love, who everyone believes is dead. And she picks up this kid, Hatchin. Well, her name's Hannah, but she renames her Hatchin, or re-nicknames her Hatchin. That sounds crazy. She gives her the nickname Hatchin, and she takes her on this journey to travel and search for who she believes is her father. Now, they don't know if he's alive, and they also don't know if they also don't know if Hatchin is even actually his kid. So you can see she's a little bit delusional, but we love her anyways. You know?
I was not expecting you to call her delusional.
She's a little bit, I can't lie, you know. I have love for my girl, but she's a little bit.
Okay, she's a little bit spacey. Got it.
She's a little bit, yeah, she makes some decisions for sure. So we are getting into spoilers. Tone said that. We get down like that here. We're getting into some spoilers.
That's how we do. Okay, this bitch a cringe. Like, y'all be all right. Go for the ride.
Mm-hmm. And it's a short anime too. It's absolutely a binge. So, spoilers or not, you gotta watch the whole thing. After this, y'all, I better see y'all go watch it. So, yeah, Michiko and Hatchin came out in the 2000s, I believe 2008. And I found this random Reddit list of criteria for what makes an anime super good. And the list is overall enjoyment of the show.
Okay.
Impactful moments, or like how impactful the ending is.
Okay.
Is the anime timeless? Relatability of the story and characters, and the visuals, animation, and art style. Now, in hindsight, this is not a great list. This is not great criteria, because there are a lot of other factors that make an anime super good.
Yeah, definitely.
And a bad anime can have these, you know what I mean? Like, do I out myself right now? No, I don't. Okay, I was gonna make a reference to a shitty anime, but I would have to admit that I watched it.
Hey, basically, I'm just letting you know, we all have our guilty pleasure. We all have one. I have a guilty pleasure anime. We all got one.
We all got one. Okay, I got two. I'll name the tame one. The tame one was Rent a Girlfriend. I'm a sucker. I love Rent a Girlfriend, bro. I won't lie to you.
That's not that bad. It's not that bad. I give you that.
The other one was super bad, so we're gonna stick with the not so bad one. But yeah, so a bad anime can definitely have these, but for the sake of the stream, we're gonna stick with this list. Okay. So Michiko and Hatchin, it takes place in like a fake South African country. Not South African, a fake South American country called Demandra. And it's like made up, but it takes inspiration from like Caribbean and like just like Black Hispanic people. Like it's kind of like a mix up of different cultures, pretty much.
Right.
And that's where you have like, well, number one, one of my favorite things about the anime, and the thing that actually drew me to it in the first place, was me being little girl Ollie and being like, why doesn't the anime have Black people in it that look like Black people? And so I was like searching it up, you know, which anime can I find that has, you know, Black people in it? And that Michiko and Hatchin was one of the first ones that I saw, and I fell in love with the art style, because typically when Black people are portrayed in like media, especially anime, at least before, you know, for some reason it looks like it's so hard to draw us. Like, you know, we have like the crazy, like almost basically like caricature versions of us.
Yeah.
Then you have something like Michiko and Hatchin where we look normal.
Yeah, it's really not that hard to portray us, to be honest. We just, we're like any other race. We're different. We have different hairstyles. We have different facial features. Like it's really not that hard to portray us.
At all. It's very much not that hard. And I love that Michiko and Hatchin shows that because they show so many different types of Black people, different like facial features, and it's also like seamless. They don't make a big deal out of it. It's just like the default. And I love that. That was great for me. So off rip, I was already in love with the art style. And then we get into the actual story, which ended up being so great. I cried during this 22 episode anime, guys. I cried during it. It had moments that really push you emotionally. So we'll get into some spoilers because we have to. So yeah, Michiko, she has this childhood best friend, and she has like they grow up on like opposing I guess lines of work, I'll say, because technically yes, Michiko's unemployed because she's a criminal.
Okay.
But she's still making her bag. She's still getting her money.
Oh, she's still running up. She's getting that money. All right,
she's getting that money. And at the end of the day, if there's a will, there's a way, and she found it. So to get her money, and her childhood best friend Atsuko.
Okay.
I think it's Atsuko. Yeah, she is like this really beautiful dark-skinned woman with like this big blonde afro, and she looks so cool, and she's super badass, but also she has a lot of insecurities because growing up, it's like Michiko was always the one who was kind of outgoing, could speak up for both of them. She would get them stuff, and Atsuko always kind of knew that, or she always knew that Michiko was going down a bad path, but it's a little bit hard to stand up to her and speak up to her when what she's doing is the only thing that's working for them.
Okay.
So yeah, she grows up when she grows up though, she like hates Michiko basically. I mean, there's a little bit of love for her, obviously, childhood best friend, but for the most part, she really hates her and she wants her locked up. She actually is responsible for her being locked up in the beginning of the show.
Wow.
So yeah, she was not here to play.
Talk about
She's
friendship.
About her. You know what I mean? Like, that's not the friendship I'm looking for. But hey, maybe it's working for them. It's not. But
that's like friendship. That's like true friendship. Like, hey, I want you to do better, so I'm gonna get you locked up. It's crazy.
Literally, the definition of tough love, bro. I'm gonna get you locked up, but you're gonna be better because of it. I don't know, but it's her love. So she pretty much, I would say, the rest of this, the bulk of the series is while Michiko is chasing down this long lost love of hers. His name is Hiroshi. His name is Hiroshi. She's like chasing him down, trying to see, is he dead? Well, she believes he's not dead at all. Like, she will refuse to accept any reality in which he's dead. Everyone around her is telling her, you're not here no more, bro. Move on. She doesn't care. She goes to the ends of the earth for this man. Literally, the whole reason she escaped prison was for him, looking for him. I think also her going to prison was because of him. Like, obviously she got caught by Atsuko, but I think that like the crime that she was involved in had to do with him.
Okay.
Whatever.
I mean,
so, yeah.
It makes sense.
It makes sense. She's very delusional. She's our delusional queen for the anime. She's very, very delusional. And yeah, so she gets Hatchin, and it's kind of like cute because they have this super mother-daughter relationship.
Okay.
Which is great for Hatchin because Hatchin grew up sort of orphaned or without parents, and so her adopted family was super cruel to her. So she develops this sort of mother-daughter relationship with Michiko, and they go everywhere. They end up in their arguments, and I love the action scenes in this show as well. They have great fight scenes that are also they have a level of feeling realistic to them, even though it's obviously an anime, which I think is super cool as well. Um, yeah, so I won't spoil the ending because there's no need. But moving on, she's following any trace of him that she can find, runs into some of his old friends, like he has an old friend called Satoshi who ended up turning on him to become like a gang boss or whatever. And they're also looking for Michiko. So she's looking for him, she's looking for Hiroshi, and she has the cops, old friends, random people she robbed on the way, everybody trying to chase her down. And in relation to her, Hatchin. So yeah, that's a summary with as little spoilers as possible.
She a true bad man. She a true bad girl.
She's very much.
Not the whole situation looking for her. Everybody. That's crazy. Yeah.
Everybody.
Yo.
She's so certified, like really.
And the fact that they all looking for you haven't caught you yet, that's even more wild.
Like to have like she's like top priority. They put her in like the maximum security prison. She finds her way out of there, escapes on a motorcycle. Like she's a real badass, like super cool girl. Escapes on a motorcycle, crashes into Hatchin's home. Like, is this Hannah? Is this like this girl? Show them the picture. The adopted father of Hatchin comes out with a what's it called? A shotgun.
Uh-huh.
And he like is staring he got the barrel aimed at her face, and she's just like, is this guy dumb? Obviously, he gets, put on his butt, and she leaves with Hatchin. Like, she's really cool. Like, she's just a really cool MC. Like, I love a female MC with a lot of depth, and that is super well-rounded and also just cool. Yeah. Like, she's everything. She's a complex character. She's not like perfect. You can't say she did everything right, but she's still gonna be like one of the coolest girls that you're ever gonna see in an anime, in my opinion.
Okay.
Like, she's just really badass.
I do like a character who has like depth and flaws, because it ends up making them relatable to an extent.
Absolutely.
Or if they don't have depth and flaws, at least give them some type of character building, where they.
Yeah.
So like, I think that's cool.
I was feeling like there was times where they like her and Hatchin will be in an argument, and I can like kind of relate to both of them, as well as like Michiko and Atsuko being in a argument, because they grew up very different. Growing up, I was super like shy, reserved, so I felt like that similarity to when they showed flashbacks for Atsuko. Okay. But I think like growing up, like as the grown-up versions of them, Michiko just feeling like a level of betrayal and hurt and like loyalty can also be like super relatable, So we have like Atsuko, she's just tired of this girl. Like, she's just like, you have not grown up. And we have Michiko over here who's like, leave me alone. You know what I mean? Like, right. I don't want to hurt you or anything, but you're going to make me. And that's like interesting too, because now you got two opposing characters. One of them's literally the MC, and you're like, both of y'all got a point. Both of y'all got a low point. So
I got a question for you. So when it comes to Hatchin, what makes Michiko think that like that's her lover's kid or missing lover's kid?
Michiko and her missing lover Hiroshi, they were in the same gang. I forget what it was called, but they both have a tattoo of it. It was called, or I don't know. The tattoo says like, LOL. Sorry, I tried to search it up. The tattoo says LBDD. and I really can't remember what it stands for, but they're in the same gang. And so everybody in it has a tattoo. Michiko knows that his kid would have the tattoo as well. Why? I don't know. That's actually really weird. But she would have it like on her stomach. So she's like, she asks her to show her. She asks Hatchin to show her stomach, and she doesn't do it for a long time. Because I guess sort of to ensure that Michiko wouldn't kind of like leave her. Because the reason that she's getting her is because she knows, like, because she thinks that it's his kid. And on top of that, Michiko is like she's a super, if I have a gut feeling, I'm going to go with it.
Right.
That's how she has gotten through like most of her life.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
It's like gut feeling. So the kid looks like Hiroshi. Like they have the same hair, same smile, same nose. Like they have a lot of similar facial features. And then on top of that, she just really feels like it. Like she just really thinks that.
Got it.
And yeah. That's the main reason.
Gotcha. Okay. So I get a little more, like I'm kind of more understanding of what type of character Michiko is. She's just like, this is how I feel about it. I'm gonna leave with that. It ain't no stopping me. Like
absolutely. She's just the kind of girl who's gonna do exactly what's on her mind. And to be honest, to be fair, it works for her a lot. Like in the end, it's not, obviously it doesn't come without like consequence.
Right.
But for the most part, for her to get to the point that we see her when the show starts, a lot of that is just, I want to do this, so I'm gonna do it. Like we see her get through situations where, like, you know, got into her head, and she just does what she wants. Like she just does what she wants to say, and it just kind of works for her. Not in a plot armor way. It makes sense. I don't know exactly how to describe that, but it doesn't go her way and like, oh, this is plot armor, she shouldn't have made that out. But it's like, if you were to see the scenes, you would get it. Like she's very headstrong.
Okay. I get that. So she's definitely like, she's definitely a main character that exudes main character energy.
Absolutely. Okay. Like, I think it's funny. I tried to describe her like a few months ago, and I think I literally used that term. Like, she absolutely has like extreme main character energy, because she just knows, like, she's written this way, obviously, but she just kind of knows that, like, it's gonna work because I'm gonna make it work. That's her mindset that I feel like I can tell from when I watched the show. It's like, if she wants to do something, she's gonna make sure it happens that way. Like there's a scene where she hires like what's it called? Those people who like read your palms and stuff.
Oh, a psychic?
A psychic, yeah. She hires a psychic, and she's like, here's this picture of Hiroshi, like, is he alive? Where is he at? Blah, blah, blah. And obviously the sidekick is kind of lying a little bit. And she's like, okay, well, I want to believe that this is true and that he's in the area and stuff. So she goes around with a drawing of Hiroshi that looks just like him. And she talks, like, she does not stop talking to everybody. She literally ends up getting in a shootout over this. But that sounds so crazy, but, like, you know.
Why am I getting, like, if I had to compare her to another character, I'm getting like Vash the Stampede and Cowboy Bebop vibes.
Absolutely.
Like that's the type of energy she's giving me, besides the fact that she's a criminal.
Yeah, and you know what? Funny enough, maybe because of the time periods, Cowboy Bebop and Michiko Hatchin kind of have like similar art styles. Like they kind of look a little bit similar, but she definitely has like Spike vibes. If he was a lot less chill, like if he was a lot less level-headed, like if he just
that's the energy I'm getting from her. Like the similarities right there, and I'm for it. Yeah,
it really, it really comes together like nicely, I guess. I am kind of tiptoeing a little. I know I said we were spoiling.
No,
but
I think you're doing a good job, though. I think you're doing a good job. You're giving away information without giving away too much information to how things completely play out. So I think that's good. I think that's good.
Yeah, we get introduced to a lot of side characters, a lot of side characters, and they're all really cool. Like they will show you like backstories for these characters, and it'll make sense. It doesn't feel meaningless because after their encounters, like the main characters will change. So they will show you like their backstories, and they'll be like really super in depth and make a lot of sense, and you'll be feeling for these characters that you'll only see for like an episode or two. Like we have this one situation of, okay, I'll talk about the slightly more PG one. Yeah. Okay. A lot of the show is not PG at all. I'll give you that warning.
Okay.
So we have a situation where at one of the towns that Michiko and Hatchin stop by when they're on the run / chasing a man who might be dead is they go to like they stop somewhere where there's a moving circus in town, and Hatchin becomes best friends with a girl who's in the circus. Personally, I thought that she had a crush on her, but I could be wrong. You just assume stuff. It really feels like a Nana kind of situation.
Okay.
I love Nana. Okay, sorry. It feels like a Nana kind of situation. Like, they're like friends, but I don't know. I thought she had a crush on her. I don't know. Anyways, she's in the circus, and she has, like, she's also doesn't really seem to have parents either. And she has a crush on another guy that's in the circus who is, like, way older than her. He has like a girl and I believe a kid. Like he's not trying to mess with this little girl. So she's like heartbroken over it, and she's constantly rejecting this other guy who's actually her age. They're kids, Hatchin's age. So she's constantly rejecting this other guy who's actually her age because she thinks that this guy who she's working with is going to like run away with her or whatever. Because I guess he gives her mixed signals in the same way that you could say that Princess Bubblegum had an inappropriate relationship with Finn in Adventure Time.
You know what?
And like the
yeah,
that's the kind of dynamic.
Yeah,
like
because Princess Bubblegum was a mess, but that's a whole nother thing, man. Like
she was a mess. Quick detour. I understand Princess Bubblegum lovers, but I cannot understand her defenders. Like you have to admit that her relationship with Finn was at the very least inappropriate for like half of the series.
100%. 100%. And then when Finn finally decides to, okay, I'm done with this, and tries to move on, like her whole attitude towards him and like, oh, you don't want to be around me or whatever. Like,
yeah.
Bubblegum, you're not the center of the attention, okay? You're not, the world doesn't, you're a princess, but the whole world doesn't revolve around you. Let it go.
No. And it's like, okay, she had like her thing where she was like, Flame Princess is unstable. Yeah, but the way that you presented that was very weird. And you had her locked up since she was a kid. You're weird. Like, that's not excusable. I'm sorry. Like,
and the thing is, Flame Princess ended up not even being evil. So, like...
that part, like, she ended up being literally fine. So, yeah, that's my best comparison to the dynamic that they seem to have in the show. The little girl, I forget her name, but the little girl in the circus and the guy that she had a crush on. So it's like, it's not like he was like, oh yeah, like, we're gonna... Like, he was, like, in a relationship with her, but he was, like, definitely being a little inappropriate. So she has this crush on him. She feels a little bit led on or whatever. And Hatchin totally helps her through all of it. She helps her with her circus act. And we get to, like, kind of see deeper into what makes this kid even be in the circus when it comes to, like, you know, money issues, insecurities, her relationships with people around her. And this changes this changes Hatchin forever as well, because it's like she makes a friend who she has to leave because she's in a moving circus, and she's also on the run from cops. Like Hatchin's on the run from cops. Her friend's in a moving circus. They can't be homies forever.
Right.
Going on, Michiko ends up saving all of them kids from a woman who was trying to make them into child servants. So again, Michiko saving the day. You know what I mean? She's really cool. Like she's
modern day
great.
Female Robin Hood.
Literally taking from the rich and giving to the poor. Like that's her whole vibe. I mean, a lot of it is from her just kind of vibing, you know, but she's still doing it. So
yeah,
she's a goat.
So I'm not gonna lie, Ollie, you've definitely like given me things to think about when it comes to this anime. So, and like I said, I kind of started it, but I didn't really get far. But I did some research, but I feel like you gave me, as someone who's watched it, and especially since it's being your favorite anime, I have a lot more insight towards it now. So definitely intrigued. I definitely want to give it a watch now. A full proper watch. Let me say that. Full proper watch. So yeah, I'm intrigued. 100%. 100%.
I'm gonna give my rating real quick. In terms of the criteria that I made up or pulled from Reddit, overall enjoyment, I have to give that a 10. I loved it.
Okay.
That was great, start to finish. Impactful moments. We had a lot of impactful moments, and I felt like the ending wasn't the hugest fan of the ending, but it made sense and it was sweet. So I'm gonna give that a solid 7 or 8. Is it timeless? I think it's timeless because it came out in the 2000s, and you can still love it now. Their fashion is great now. The art is great now. So I'm gonna give that a 9.5.
Okay. Solid.
Relatability of the story. The story is not relatable. The story is not relatable, but the characters can be relatable.
Okay.
Michiko, our delusional princess, that can be relatable to people. Not me, but people. So we'll give it a 7. And the animation, I'm gonna give that a 10 out of 10 because they did it so perfectly. I love it. It's literally one of my favorite things about the entire show. Probably the main thing that drew me to the show to begin with. So, yeah. I am not calculating the average, but we can assume it's a good score.
No, I definitely can assume it's a good score. I probably can't calculate the average off the top of my head either. So, look, I don't blame you for that. But regardless, based off what you said to me so far, or in general, this is something that's definitely worth a watch. Definitely a binge. And based off what I've heard, it's definitely made me feel like I definitely need to give it a shot 100%. Those in the chat, definitely, this has been like I said, when we do takeover episodes, they usually give me their input and whatever they take over, they ask the questions or whatever. Or however the conversation goes, I usually let the person who's doing the takeover run the show, which Ollie did really well. So I appreciate you doing this, Ollie. This was amazing. You got me interested in an anime I haven't watched before. So like I'm definitely going to give it a watch. Definitely. And I agree with the fact that this needs more exposure as an anime, especially in the blurred community. You're right. When I look up pictures, you do see, like, if you look up blurred or black anime characters, she's there. But like, I'll be honest with you, you didn't tell me about this, I'll be like, who is this? Like, I don't. So yeah, definitely she needs, or the show needs more exposure. So definitely go give it a watch, guys. If you're currently in the chat, or watching in the stream, or if you watch it, later or whatever, definitely give Ollie a follow if you're on YouTube or Twitch. Show Ollie some love. She does a bunch of different gaming stuff when she's on Twitch. We actually still have to do a collab when it comes to gaming. We haven't decided on that though.
Yeah, we've done a few Binge or Cringe episodes, but We need to catch up when it comes to the games.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So definitely give Ollie a follow. I'm gonna pin up right there,
Yeah.
and yeah. Let me see. But yeah, so definitely shout out to you, Ollie. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yes, of course. I'm glad we could finally do this. I know we talked about it like a month and a half ago. Actually, no, it
Yeah.
might have been about a month and a half ago. But then, I got busy with three conventions back to back. I was out here at the con scene and it got hectic and I lost my track of time, especially when I got to DreamCon and I was working press. I was just so busy.
How was that, by the way? Did you love it?
Oh, this is my second year working press for DreamCon and I love it every time. I've loved it so much. It's like just meeting, connecting people. Especially the first year was cool. Definitely got to meet some people. But this year, I got to interview more people that I follow and everything like that. And some of them followed me back. So that was really cool. I think, which is you'll love this. I got to interview Reed Shannon, the voice of Echo.
Oh my gosh. Crazy.
I got to interview
He's
him.
So kind.
He's so cool. It's so chill. And that conversation we had was amazing. I'm glad that I got to interview him. So I actually have to post that video this week and then I got to start sending all these videos over to the DreamCon press team so that way they can approve it and start, doing what they're supposed to do on their end. So that way I don't get blacklisted and can be on the press like next year. Man, no, they won't blacklist you for that, but it does give you a better chance to be returning. So, but yeah, thank you again, Ollie. This was awesome. This was amazing. I hope you can be here because it's coming up soon, guys. If you don't know, I'm going to say it, and I'm gonna say it until which I'm going to start promoting for it. We are coming up on our 100th episode of Binge or Cringe, and I'm trying to get the masses together for everybody and almost any and everybody's ever been on Binge or Cringe. I'm trying to get them in there if possible. I have chosen the topic. I'm not going to say it right now because I don't want to spoil it. So, but I feel like the topic we're going to choose is just right for what we need to do, considering how Binge or Cringe started. So, definitely. Keep an eye out.
Can I guess? Am I allowed to guess?
Yeah, you can guess.
Is it about the big three?
No.
Okay.
No.
Because I don't know, y'all don't know this, or you may know this, but when I first met Tone, first question he asked, he is so evil. He was like, I was there with my friend, and he was like, top 3 animes right now. He said, we give him our top 3. He's like, Binge, Cringe, and Throw It Away. Like, what was the last one? Trash. Throw It Away? Trash?
Yeah.
You can't do that. Like, that should be illegal. So.
Oh, man. Yo, here's the thing. I've done that multiple times at many different conventions to many different people, and they all have the same and similar reaction. And it's funny. But you know who had But here's the thing. I've been called evil. I've been like, why did you do this? I've been said, yo, I might have to fight you after this. But like, for example, who said they was going to fight me? Dang. Oh, hold on. Give me a sec. Because her name is escaping me right now. But she was one of my favorite interviews. Oh, that's right. Woo, how could I forget that? She's literally one of my favorite interviews that I've done. Bishojo Asia threatened to fight me. She said, when this camera goes off, I might have to like grab your hair and throw a couple punches. Like I was And then the other one that I'll never forget. But like, don't get me wrong, I remember all of them. But like, these are just the iconics. The second one was King Vader. He called me diabolical to my face. He like that was one of my favorite interviews. He literally was like, you're diabolical. He called me diabolical straight to my face.
It's an evil question. That one can never get a good reaction.
Oh man, yeah. So I'm going to continue doing that question because it's just a good conversation point. It just really is. It really is, and it catches people off guard.
I felt personally offended. I was like, no shot, bruh. I was having a good day. You know, I still went through with it.
But hey, this friendship happened because of that question.
That's true. Something he turned a good leaf after that question, guys. After that question. Left his evil ways behind.
Here's the thing though, I don't ask this question. I don't ask a question that I haven't answered myself. And I have answered this question myself. So but yeah, good episode. W's in the chat. If you want to be around for the 100th episode, and I'm hoping you could be there as well, Ollie, for the 100th episode, follow me on Instagram, and also, or just follow me here on Twitch right now if you're in the chat. I will be posting about it, and then, or if you just see us go live, you know, that 100th episode, I think we're going to try to, we normally do it on Tuesdays. I think we're going to do the 100th episode on like a Saturday or something, so that way most people can be there, like a Saturday night or Sunday night, something lower if more people have access to that day to be there. So, but yeah, thank you again, Ollie. This was amazing. Appreciate you so much. Yes, and
you gotta run it back.
Definitely. Definitely.
I need to talk to y'all about Nana. That I could yap about.
Now, see, I know about Nana. Okay. So, okay, yeah, we could. You know what? Hey, if we definitely gonna have Ollie back for another takeover. So let's do that. We gonna do it for Nana. We definitely gotta do it for Nana. I know about some Nana. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I'm already plotting.
Definitely. But as always, I'm your boy Ideal Tone, and I'm glad to make it known that this has been another takeover episode of Binge or Cringe with the homie Ollie. So definitely stay tuned for more episodes. We will be back on Tuesday. I have yet to decide what episode we're going to do on Tuesday, but I will decide tonight, and we'll be posting about it. So like I said, give those follows on Instagram and whatever else. All links are in the description and stuff. So, but yeah, we will catch y'all later. Take it easy. Peace.